All right, joining me now is Moses Kemibaro. He has been a digital content creator for the last 13 years. Thank you so much for joining us. A lot of buzz around this new announcement from YouTube, and a lot of attention has sparked around the issues to do with double taxation. What are your thoughts on it? Is it really fair?
Well, whether it's fair or not, I think is a question of the perspective that YouTube has as a business, and also maintaining sort of their compliance with the laws within their own country and obviously globally what's happening. And you're finding that in many instances, many of the digital platforms are now, kind of subjecting, content creators and other people monetizing on their platforms in this manner. So it's not uncommon, it's not unusual. It is obviously seems unfair to the content creator. But at the same time, you'll find that these laws are increasingly going to happen globally. Even right now in Kenya, we know that our tax authority is also now taxing the digital economy, I think, at a rate of 1.5%. So logically and going forward, this is increasingly going to become the norm because it's just the size of that industry and how much revenue is being monetized within sort of the digital content and digital influencer space today. So expect this to become something that's the norm rather than the exception.
Absolutely. Even as you speak about that, tax authorities across the continent and even the globe as well are trying to figure out a fair and also an efficient tax system for digital content. What do you think the ideal model should look like?
I think perhaps there could have been a bit more consultation. I think sometimes assumptions are being made as to how much money, the influencers and that particular economy is making. Of course, it doesn't feel fair if you're a content creator that you're losing so much money, but ultimately I think more consultation, more understanding the fine details and actually coming to some level of parity in terms of what should be billed or charged as taxes and what would be considered to be fair for all parties.
What tips would you have for content creators on how they can thrive in this increasingly competitive field?
Well, one of the things that they could do, which is what often tends to happen, is, can you pass on that cost to your clients, right? So you're getting taxed at that point, can you mark up your numbers so that you can accommodate that, the fact that you're going to lose that kind of money? Or is there a way that you can determine if, you can maybe increase the amount of content that you're actually pushing out so that you can kind of offset the fact that these taxes are taking a big chunk of it? So those are sort of possibilities I can imagine would make a lot of sense.